The story of feeding the 5,000 is one of the most well-known miracles of Jesus, recorded in all four Gospels: Matthew 14:13 to 21, Mark 6:30-44, Luke 9:10-17, and John 6:1 to 14. It is a powerful testimony of Jesus' compassion and his ability to provide abundantly for his people. Jesus and his disciples were in a remote area near the Sea of Galilee. After a long day of teaching and healing the sick, a large crowd followed him because they wanted to hear his teachings and witness his miracles. As evening approached, the disciples became concerned that the people would be hungry since there was no food available in such a deserted place. The disciples suggested that Jesus dismiss the crowd so they could go to the nearby villages to buy food. However, Jesus said he give them something to eat. The disciples replied that they had only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, which were brought by a boy. This small amount seemed insignificant compared to the crowd of about 5,000 men, not including women and children. Jesus instructed the people to sit down on the grass. He took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looked up to heaven, gave thanks, and broke the loaves. He then gave them to his disciples, who distributed them to the crowd. Miraculously, the bread and fish multiplied. Everyone ate and was satisfied, and when the disciples collected the leftovers, they filled 12 baskets with the remaining pieces. The story of feeding the 5,000 carries profound lessons. God's provision. Jesus demonstrated his divine power to provide for every need, even in circumstances of scarcity. Faith and gratitude. Despite having very little, Jesus gave thanks before the miracle, teaching us the importance of faith and gratitude. Small offerings can make a big impact. A young boy shared his modest meal, and Jesus used it to perform an extraordinary miracle, showing how God can multiply even the smallest gifts. Abundance and overflow. God's blessings are not only sufficient but abundant, as symbolized by the 12 baskets of leftovers. This miracle not only met the physical needs of the crowd, but also revealed Jesus' divine authority and compassion. It strengthened the faith of his disciples and the people, showing that he is more than just a teacher or prophet. He is the Messiah, capable of meeting both physical and spiritual needs. The story reminds us of God's endless grace and his ability to bring abundance from scarcity, encouraging us to trust in his provision, even in challenging times.